All right, guys, I just realized that we didn't actually go over the outline and everything like I did with first block, so I wanted to give you an idea of what that kind of looks like. This is the assignment. You have the paper where it's basically going to be your introduction. You're going to write that first paragraph and then turn it in. I'll get it back to you and then you can continue. And then you will also have your outline. And so we're going to look at the paper first. The paper is formatted for you already in MLA format. You just need to go in and fill in your stuff for what is there. So you'd put your last name here, first name, your last name. Change this to AP instead of English 11. Don't know exactly what your due date is. The rough draft is going to be the 30th of March. So you can change this part, the date, to the 30th of March if you want to. And then we'll kind of go from there as to what we need to do about if we're back in school or not. Then you will have a title of the essay. Apparently, I'm on this twice here. And then you will take this part out and actually start typing your introduction there. You also have a works cited page. So when you're using things in your essay, you use a statistic or you use information from a source, then you want to put that in parenthetical citation in. You want to put that in there. And then what I would do is if I use a parenthetical, I would immediately go down to the works cited. These are just samples. So take these out and then just paste your full MLA citation there that you got from either EasyBib or Citation Machine. And then we'll just I'll spot check that kind of as we go and we'll go from there. The outline document is really just a sample. You don't have to follow this exactly, but I do want you to have a detailed, organized plan for what you are going to do. So for the introduction, whatever kind of attention information you think you might use, whether that's a statistic, whether it's a story, some sort of profound idea, whatever, just don't ask the reader a question because you're trying to avoid first and second person pronouns. Background information and orienting material, that's just how are you going to get from here to here. You may have to give a little bit of a description of what your topic is, not getting into all your other stuff, but just what that is. And then your thesis statement is actually going to be your claim. Like, what do you want to prove or to discuss about your topic? So it's going to be argumentative, it's going to show your position. And then you're going to break it down into main points. So whatever your overall goal is, you're going to kind of figure out how you're going to divide that information up. So the sample that I did was wearable technology. And so for my first main point, I may include just like an idea of, what is considered wearable technology within this. And then I may have a couple of subtopics that say like smartwatches, Fitbits, any other types of wearable technology. And then I'm going to use some evidence to help support what those things are. My second main point, I really want to get into the argument for sure. And so you may want to talk about the benefits, weigh the benefits and the risks. So if my second main point was trying to prove that they have a lot of benefits, then I would break that down. I would talk about fitness benefits for a subtopic, and then I'd pull in evidence for tracking heart rate, tracking exercise, tracking food, different ways that it can help out. Just of tracking your steps and your activity and things like that. Those would all be evidence. And then if I were going to include a main or a subtopic about like emergency services and things like that, it can track your falls if you fall down. It can call the police. It can provide your location if you need somebody to have that sort of thing. But then you definitely want to get into your argument throughout. So if my argument had something to do with the fact that the privacy laws or security needed to be upgraded or whatever, then I'm going to really focus on this one, privacy and security. And so I'm going to look at data breaches and how that can affect different things. You can talk about selling information to insurance companies, health information, whether they raise your rates or cancel your insurance or whatever. So those might be things that I talk about. Talking about how easy it is to hack or to track your location. While that's a benefit, it's also possibly a downfall because they can potentially find you if you don't want to be found or something like that. So you're really going to like hone in to get to what you need. Then the counter argument is where you're going to pull in the opposite perspective. That is your counter argument. You're going to pull in something that people who were against you would say, like Apple might say that, oh, we run so many security tests. There's no way our information could be breached. We never sell to third party, blah, blah, blah. But we know we all get robocalls. So I'm pretty sure that they probably do, or it's coming from somewhere. But your refutation is actually your argument back against that counter argument. So you are refuting or kind of putting them in their place about what they said there. And for the conclusion, you're just going to kind of wrap it up, but don't count it out. You do want to have a strong conclusion because that is your last interaction with your audience. And so you might summarize what you've included. This might be the only place where you really put your opinion and maybe even first person, but you can still do it without that. And then you have your final thoughts or your call to action. And if you don't know what this is going to be yet for the outline, then leave it blank for now, and then you can go back in and fill it in once you have finished. So that's just kind of an overview. The evidence part, you're just backing up your ideas. You're breaking your main ideas down into a little bit further ideas on all of these subtopics and things like that. So please let me know if you have any questions. I will be happy to answer. Just email me, or you can comment on the assignment or something like that, and I will get back with you as quickly as possible. And then I'm going to start grading your sources and notes and things like that, and making sure that we know where we are with that. So just let me know if you need anything, and hopefully you're enjoying your day off so far. Thank you. Bye.